Hello and welcome back to. I messed up my intro, but welcome back to the RattleMind Podcast. I'm Rye, and my co host has joined me.
Banshee.
There we go. Like I said, I messed that intro up, but hey, it happens.
Your mind was rattled. That is the
You know what?
uh,
I have.
audible rattling of your mind.
There we go. You know, I don't always say that, the whole spiel about what the podcast is about every time.
It's pretty self-explanatory if you think about
Yeah.
it.
All right. So, our topic today is video games once again, but this time, dinosaurs. So, we're going to talk about Ark.
Video game singular.
Yeah, a singular video game.
It's a game that we hold very near and dear to our hearts.
Yeah, it's one that we've play often. Well, off and on, more or less. I got the Steam page pulled up here. Oh,
It's the only game I've reached the thousands in, with
the hours of playing,
so.
yeah. How about?
I mean, granted, 25% of that's probably waiting on the game to load, but still.
Yeah. I'm at 1,240. I bet you've gotten higher than me on it.
I think I'm towards a 13.
Yeah, because you've been playing it again lately, so.
Yeah, me and Beth have been getting back into it, and we've been trying maps that we've never played before. One of the ones we've actually got working is Aberration, and we've been doing that one.
Yeah.
There's I told David that if anything teaches him patience, it will be Ark, because you do gotta put up with like a lot of like technological like troubleshooting and stuff like that if you're trying to play with your friends. And if you want to enjoy the game for the sake of the game, do not join a public server. For the love of God, don't do it.
Especially ones that have the taming settings set to default. Holy cow. Some of those tames can take days.
There is no shame in tweaking the settings. It is worth all the effort of getting settings that make the game bearable for you. Tweak them to your heart's content.
I still have.
Oh, okay. Sorry, real quick. I actually have 1,213 hours on record.
So I'm still ahead of you.
Barely.
Pulled up Studio Wildcards store page. Obviously, Ark 2 is not coming along very fast.
It still says it's going to be this year, though, and I'll be happy if they just keep that promise.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of controversy with Ark when it first came out. Most of it had to do with they were still working on the core concept of the game, and they came out with additional content. Let's see, which one was it? The Scorched Earth. They came out with the Scorched Earth expansion even before they were out of early access. So a lot of people were like, what the bleep is going on? This isn't how you do a game. You're supposed to have the game working properly before you even think about trying to get more money out of people.
People are still saying that, and they're not entirely wrong.
Right. I can understand from the studio standpoint some of it, because they have a staff of artists that are making all these 3D models, making the concept art, and they have to have them do something while they're still working on the technical side. So they probably had this in the works long before they actually launched it.
Maybe, but they should really fix the technical side so that they're not releasing more broken crap, you know? Like it's stunning. It really is stunning, like visuals, and the dinosaurs are just like so cool. Um, but like for example, Beth and I, we played a decent amount of time on the expansion, Extinction. We went on Extinction, and
Up that's an
then all of a sudden
aberration.
I tried to
That's
join
one.
her server, and I played for maybe 10 minutes and it crashed on me. She was fine, but I crashed. And then when I tried to rejoin, the connection would keep timing out. We tried all the different various restarts we could do. It didn't work. And then a period of time passed by. I was able to join her finally. This is where like the troubleshooting crap you might have to go through comes in if you're playing with
Yeah.
just like you and your friends. Um, and I played for about 10 minutes and it crashed again. And then we tried again today. Same same story. So it's like and in another instance, we were playing on Crystal Isles and it was Beth's server, but her character was walking in the ground, like like the lower half of her body was like in the ground, and all she could see was like the screen like kind of bouncing because of that, you know? So it's they really do just need to fix everything. And it's not cross-platform, you know, we're both on PC,
Right.
you know. And Aberration works fine. We can play Aberration all day and then some, and it would work just fine. But like sometimes things just they really do need to fix their stuff for real.
Well, part of the problem is that you're going from the UK to the US and vice versa. So going over the Atlantic internet lines is always a issue. That's why they when they do servers, they are region based. So because it's a
Yeah, I
lot
guess.
easier. Because what was probably happening is that the ping was having issues back and forth.
I don't know, but it doesn't explain why other maps have worked so well though. Like Aberration is not a simple map, you know, it's
No,
very
but
intricate.
Aberration doesn't have as many. If you look at Extinction, the way Extinction plays is completely different than the other maps.
Hmm.
Because Extinction has, uh, like, instead of the loot things that are whatever they are, it comes down. You can go to crates that launch down from the sky, and then you have to defend the crate while you're opening it before you can get the loot.
Dang, that sounds horrible.
Yeah, so it's a lot more complicated than any of the other maps aside
I
from
guess.
Genesis.
So, like, countless PC games have made it to where people across the ocean can play together just fine, you
And
know? It's
like I
just,
said, it does all depend on because this is real technical things. Here, that's the last section that it just showed.
should probably look at Discord and not Steam.
Yeah, this thing here that's fallen from the sky. That is what I'm talking about. The little drop pod things full of loot. And
Yeah.
originally that was the only way you could get the cryopods as well.
Yeesh.
You had to go to the extinction map to get them.
Mhm.
Let's see.
But I mean, other than those gripes, like once you are in the server and like you're comfortable with the settings and like you're actually getting settled in, it's truly an amazing experience, and it's an addictive one too.
Yeah,
And even with its difficulties, like yeah, you're probably gonna get eaten alive by a lot of dinosaurs before you get settled. But like it also makes you feel so accomplished when you do. You know, it's like it's empowering in a way.
yeah,
It's probably why people like Elden Ring so much.
yeah. I still have to try Elden Ring and all that. Though I found that I'm not much of the Soulsborne type of a player.
Honestly, me either. I don't mind like watching people play, and it's really fun to watch people play, but
Yeah,
it's just I don't have the patience for that, I guess. But I
yeah,
have the patience for Ark, so.
yeah. For me, it's more of the combat style. It's not my type of gameplay. I can't do all the dodge rolls, the back and forth to avoid attacks.
Yeah.
The way I play games is usually, I'm the tank and I just take the hit and keep going.
Right. Don't
But
stop till everything stops moving around you.
right, um, yeah, brain just froze and can't think of what to say about Ark anymore.
Oh, well, there's some pretty helpful mods.
Oh
I
yeah.
would say do not play Ark without S plus.
Actually, they integrated some of S Plus into standard Arc, but
Yeah,
there are things that you need to have those little benefits that make it worthwhile.
yeah, the conveniences of like pulling stuff from other inventories into, inventories you're looking at and stuff, and just um the structures being, well, I almost said being able to pick up the structures, but they kind of they kind of broke that. So now what you have to do is add the line of code into the INS file or INI
Uh,
file to get that to work. But like um being able to hide wires, oh my gosh.
oh yeah, that just helps so much.
Yeah. The customize, like the practical customizability words and words are hard in the words of Evan
Yeah,
from Evan and Kaylin. But it helps so much. And then there isn't really like much built in for decoration. So like you can build like amazing houses and structures with like really good decor mobs. I mean, mobs. Wow, mods. I mean, you can technically do taxidermy with some mods, so
well, actually,
you can use
taxidermy is
mobs to
part of the
decorate.
game.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay, okay. I've used mods so long, I've lost track.
yep. I think taxidermy came in with not scorched earth. Was it scorched earth? I don't remember. It's been forever. But one of them added taxidermy. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Like I said, everything's so long ago, and I haven't set up a server in forever.
It's neither here nor there. It's fine.
Yep. But yeah, one of the few games that have super amount of hours into.
Yeah, exactly. What else? There- Um, that's pretty much most of what I use are decoration mods and function mods. The steampunk one's pretty cool if you want to like kind of do something funky, get different kinds of materials to build with and stuff,
Yeah,
and
there's
create
Arc
that
2.
cool gear.
I found the link to Arc 2.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I have Arc 2 on my wish list.
I probably do as well. Look, it's Vin
Oh yeah,
Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Hell yeah.
Uh, yeah, let's see, what
Still
does it
need to
say?
watch the animated series. They have a whole show.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
But that's how big Arc got, is that it was just, it hit hard in
yeah.
the, when it came out.
It took me forever to start it because I thought, like, I had heard horror stories about playing in public servers and thought that, like, that just wasn't gonna be for me. But,
Yeah,
buddy, like, I'm not a PvPer, like, at all. So,
right.
but then I believe it was Beth that, like, got obsessed with it and was like, no, no, you don't have to do that. We can totally just do our
Oh,
thing, and I was like, oh, why didn't you tell me sooner? Because I had been. Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah, you got cut out a little bit.
Oh no, my shock at never being told that uh was too much for Discord to handle. Uh, but yeah, I would have played years sooner than I did if I knew that.
Right. It's like the only reason
But
I figured out that you could play on your own is because I watched a lot of YouTubers playing it.
yeah, well, it's for me, it's the kind of game that's really not fun just by yourself. That's why, like, I always leave the option open for people to join me if I do
Right.
start by myself, you know. But it is really nice that it's you don't have to play on public server. It can be an MMO if you really want, but don't do
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't see anywhere about a release date, so
Yeah,
it's not on the
I could have
Steam
sworn I
page.
saw 2023 on the page somewhere, but maybe not. Or maybe they changed it. Maybe they don't even know anymore.
All right, I can't spell. Uh, predicted release date. uh, no, you don't need to. They, let's
It's
see.
just 2023.
Yeah,
That's
just
all we got.
yeah. So who knows? Could be this year. Could be next year.
Maybe my hope is that the reason they haven't done a lot of work on the technical side of things is because Arc 2 is in the making and it does fix these things, you know? So that
Probably.
is my dying hope and wish is that if if they're gonna do it all over again with a whole nother game, that they at least get it right this time, you
Right.
know?
Oh.
Oh, and another cool thing about Arc that people may not realize is they do have like event time frames.
Oh yeah.
So like during Christmas they'll have like Santa fly across the sky and
Raptor claws.
raptor claws. That's right, that's right. And you know, the colors will change for the event. So you'll see
Yeah.
like a lot of Christmas themed colored dinos in the wild and oh, that trailer.
There we go. That's the.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'd like to know who Vin Diesel is supposed to be,
Right.
because there's a
Isn't it
lot
like
of lore out there.
Santiago,
Yeah.
his character name?
Have you actually learned the lore, or?
No, so I think in preparation for Arc 2, we need to like dedicate a server just for cheesing in the badass dinos and doing like
Yeah.
the boss fights and just getting it over with just for the sake of being ready for Arc 2 and getting familiar with the storyline. Because so far, like all I really know of it is that there are notes that give a ton of experience when you find them, like throughout some of the maps.
Well,
And I don't read them all, and some of them are in a whole nother language.
right, which you can find the translations for them.
I'm sure, I'm sure.
But yeah, we were trying to actually defeat the island a while back, and we never got around to it.
Right. Yeah, and that's not for lack of trying though. Like we did pretty good. Like we could get the first tier of the boss, sometimes the second
Yeah.
fairly well, but then come the third and it's like it's brutal.
Yeah. Because we never got to the final boss. We never went into the tech cave in the volcano.
Yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Dang, we gotta do that. We gotta do that. I really want to get familiar with the storyline. It's just everything about Ark is so much effort. Ugh.
Yeah, when you had trying to
Especially
tame
if you have to
everything.
start
Yeah.
over. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, let's see. I think
I
we're.
would also. Oh, sorry, go
No, go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I would also suggest not getting it on Epic Games.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, Epic had a
Epic
lot of
Games
issues.
handed it out for free, which is really cool. But most people, like especially people who have had it for a long time, already got it on Steam. And if you try to play with someone who got it from Epic Games, it just does not work. And I remember trying that with a friend, and he wound up just buying it on
Right.
Steam so that he could play with us. And it was just like it was horrible. None of the internet did not help us that day.
Well, the one thing that I found when we were trying to troubleshoot it all was that you could get it to work, but if you had any mods installed, Epic would not allow them. And that's why it
Oh.
would not cross platform right.
Oh, that's not cool.
Because it was all the mods were based off of the Steam Workshop mods, and Epic's separate mod section wasn't cross platform
Compatible.
compatible.
Yeah. Which is so crazy because it's not even cross-platform technically. It's just
Yeah, it will tech.
cross
Yeah, it's
game buying service.
yeah.
No, what's really cool about Epic Games though is that I'm pretty sure they own GOG,
No,
which is
no,
like
they don't.
what you
Nope,
can. Oh, they
nope.
don't. Oh, okay.
GOG is a completely separate platform. That is owned by
Wait, I could have
CD
sworn I saw the
Project
Epic
Red.
Games logo on it.
Um,
Huh.
they CD Projekt Red releases all its games on every platform as well as GOG.
Okay. Okay, okay. I mean, I only have GOG because I wanted to find the classic Creatures game. Oh my
Oh
God,
yeah,
the I going back to our games in general chat, that is one of the earliest games
right.
that me and my friend Carly played a lot.
See,
And
I got GOG so that I could down buy the classic Sierra games.
I am not familiar with Sierra. I also got I think I got Zoo Tycoon and Roller Coaster Tycoon on it as
Yeah,
well. And Creatures too. It's GOG is great for finding long lost games, and they're pretty cheap too when you do find them on there. So
right. Uh, my brain just keeps cutting out on what I was gonna say.
was it back on subject, which is Arc?
No, uh,
Ah,
no. The
Epic.
the games that I got on GOG were like Space Quest or Quest for Glory,
Hmm.
and they're the games that started out as uh, you have to actually type in walk to tree, walk across screen,
Oh
pick up item. Yeah,
wow,
that's how far back it is. So that's like the late 80s, early 90s games. And
nifty.
those you could only find on GOG for the longest time. Steam does have them now.
Well, that's smart of Steam.
Well, it's Activision Blizzard is the company that owns them now, or the licenses to them, or the
Gotcha.
IP. There we go.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm also noticing that Steam has like a lot of like games that I thought were just on consoles. Like one of my favorite series is Rune Factory.
Yeah.
And for my birthday, Rosie got me Rune Factory 5 on Steam. And
Wow.
I was like, what? Like I've been playing that on the like Nintendo Switch and no, wait, no, it wasn't the Switch. We're on the well, we're on the Switch now. That's what
Yeah.
the most recent game came out on, and that's what I played it on the most. But like Rune Factory 4 and 3, I played on the DS, the 3DS. So, like, just having it on my computer is really weird in a
Yeah,
good way.
well, it's like the game that you got me. What was it? Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
You got me Monster Hunter, and I was playing it with the keyboard. I'm like, I need to find my controller and play it with controller because I bet you it plays so much better with a controller.
Rather just get used to keyboard commands and even switch stuff around if I have to, than get used to a controller because I use controller so rarely. Keyboard and mouse is the way for me. I can't not use a
Well,
keyboard and mouse for most things.
see, the thing I was finding was that I was looking through it and trying to fix the key bindings, because my mouse is finicky and the buttons I have on it don't always work. So I wanted to change the one of the attack buttons from
Yeah.
the mouse
I
to an
need
actual key, but there's no changing the key binds.
It's difficult. I need a mouse with the side keys for Monster Hunter Rising.
Yeah,
Um, I was able to move one thing to the Q button that David taught me how to do. That was super helpful with the combat. It was awesome. So
yeah. Uh, but you know what? This will probably be a good place to stop since we've technically ventured off topic. So,
true. Arc though, I recommend it. I really do if you're willing to fidget with it a lot.
yeah, you definitely have to play with the settings before and find that sweet spot for how you want to play.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And with that, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and hopefully this time you'll actually hear Panchi, whereas last episode you didn't. So, is there anything you'd like to add before we end?
Uh, Thanks for watching and listening. And now that you can listen to me during this outro, the world may never know what I said last time. It could have been awful. It could have been life changing. We'll never know. We'll never know. But we'll catch you next time.
Bye, everyone.